What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Sorry, it's been a while since I've uploaded on this channel. Been busy. Dealing with a lot of stuff. A lot of very exciting stuff. And Jose and I, we went to Disneyland, and I didn't really vlog much while I was there because we were like really enjoying ourselves. So I just like uploaded the one video where it was like started as my birthday, and then we went to the Lego store and just sort of took some footage while we were on the rides and all that. But very exciting stuff because I actually went and saw the lawyer today. And I got jubes all over my teeth. That's exciting stuff. Those jubes are good. Jose shouldn't buy them. She actually bought them for the mothers because they looked after our kids while we were in Disneyland. And then I've just been slowly eating them all. That's funny because I went to the jubes, I had a couple, and then I walked away, and then I walked back and had a couple more, and then I walked away, and then I walked back and had a couple more. I was like, okay, I gotta stop eating these. Then I brewed my coffee and I came down here. But yeah, I went to the lawyers today, this morning, and I was signing the closing documents for the property. So that is pretty much all taken care of. Today was like the final day where I am now 1000% sure that I know we are getting the new studio space. Because even though I sort of knew it all along, I didn't have these like final closing documents signed yet because it's just such a process. But I know for sure that we are now getting it 1000%. These closing documents involved like setting up what we call corporate minutes for my corporations, because I actually have two corporations now. There's my operating company, don't mind the mess in my kitchen here, but there's my operating company, which is like Bricksie, where I make videos on the regular channel. That's Bricksie. That's the one that I've had for a long time. And then there is also the holding company that I have that's going to be the owner of this warehouse that I've been working so hard on buying. And that's exciting stuff because now I have two different companies that sort of like operate this business like that are like synergy together, which is pretty neat. But yeah, these documents that I had to go sign involve the minutes books. I had to create like minutes books for both of these companies. They have to be like all lawyered up. You need your company bylaws, and you need your whatever, all the different things for all the different companies. It's ridiculous what these lawyers require. So that's all dealt with. I had to sign off on all that today. And then also all of the security documents from my end, like from my lawyer, and also the security documents from the vendor's lawyer. That's the person that's actually selling the property to me. So I had to sign off on all that. And it's done. Like there has been ink on paper now, sort of sealing the deal, which is pretty darn cool if you ask me. Pretty exciting. So that is done, but it's funny. I was thinking to myself after seeing the invoice from the lawyer, which is just shy of being a 5-figure invoice. Yeah, just to do these documents. And there's no way around it. You can't really like lawyer shop. You can't really look for a cheaper price because you have to use what you call a bank approved lawyer. So like this lawyer had to be on the bank's approved list of lawyers to use. So there's not really a way of shopping around and trying to find a more affordable price of doing this. It's just the cost of doing business. But just shy of 5 figures, think about that. Just for securing the documents and finalizing the bank documents from the mortgage documents and all that. That's insane. Like how much time did they put into that? Quite a bit, I guess, because the stack of paper that I had to sign was like, it was thick. It was like I couldn't hold it. So I guess they put quite a bit of time and energy into it, and No, that whatever. I guess everybody's gotta make it. Whether it's the bank, whether it's the lawyers, whether it's the appraisal company, whether it's the tradesmen that are going to do the upgrades. I get it. Everybody needs a piece of the pie, but I feel like I'm being nickeled and dimed like absolutely everywhere. One that really gets me, actually, this is sort of different, is it's a commercial mortgages. I guess to start the mortgage, the bank requires a fee. So I've got to pay the bank a fee, which is over like $1,500 just to start the mortgage. Isn't that weird? It's like, what do you mean? That doesn't happen on residential mortgages. Like, why do I have to pay you to start the mortgage where you're going to get like your interest rate and just slaughter me with interest over the next 20 years? Why do I have to pay you to start the bloody thing? You're about to tax me for 30 years or 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. And then also there's like an annual fee. It's like a $500 annual fee. And it's like, it's so different. The corporate world, there are so many more like hidden charges and like hidden details. It is actually ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry to ramble on about this, but I'm just talking about the experience of like finalizing this place. But there are so many like hidden charges and hidden details that you need to provide. Like compared to, I've bought commercial properties and I've bought residential properties, and they are treated completely differently. Like, it is complete, like, it's like night and day. Like, I've been working on this project. I've been talking to the bank that I'm dealing with for close to a year. Like, when I made my original video back in February and I went and looked at that weird commercial property space that was like, it was like an automotive shop with like greasy floors, and it was all greasy and stuff. When I went and looked at that, that's when I started working on this. That's when I started talking to banks and started submitting the paperwork. And then 11 months later, no, a full year later, a full 12 months later, we're finally there and I'm finally signing documents. So it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild to think that it is actually going down. And that's it. I finally got it done. Like, that's wild. So in regards to studio space down here, you've probably seen it on the Bricksie channel. I'm just trying to like prepare this place. I've pulled out my entire sealed collection and I'm starting to liquidate some of that to try and help offset some of these 5-figure bills and all of these different hidden charges that are occurring here. So I'm trying to liquidate as much as this as I can just to help fund that. Luckily, I have that. Like, I'm lucky enough that I've been smart enough to put this stuff aside and potentially sell it for at least what I paid for it. And then I'm liquidating all the figures as well to try and help offset these bills. So that's good. It's not good, but like, whatever. I'm getting rid of one thing to sort of invest in a different thing, so I'm okay with it. And I'm also getting ready like for the new studio parts wise as well. So I've been, I haven't revealed the video on Bricksie yet, but I've been sorting parts like crazy. And I'm actually going to continue today sorting more parts. Yesterday I went through all of my bulk. So now all of my bulk has been refined. You'll see that in the Bricksie video coming out, whatever, on Saturday, the 24th of February. I reduced my bulk yesterday by, I think it's 2 or 3 giant bins. So I've been working on that. Also, I got some more Lego in my garage. That's like filthy and like a mixture of Lego and crayons and who knows what else is in there, dust and all that. So I'm gonna go through that before we move too. I'm gonna dump it all out on some poly plastic, get all the stuff that's not Lego out of it, and then give it all a bath and a nice cleaning and sort it. So I want to get that done too. In regards to like packing up and stuff, there's been a lot of comments that say I should like pack up my Speed Champions and pack up whatever it may be, but brickheads and all that. But honestly, like, if I put all these things in boxes, where are they going to go where are these boxes going to go? There's no room down here. There's no room to put these Brickheads and these Speed Champions and all these different cars in boxes and store them down here. There's no room for that. I don't have room to have big boxes laying around. Then I just straight up won't be able to move down here. So that's why I'm like not going to pack up any more things that take up floor space, because I don't need to. And we're not ready to move yet. We need to do renovations, and I'm not going to move the Lego till the renos are done anyway. And then how long is it going to take me to move these Speed Champions? I'm not going to put them all in bags. No, just like when they're ready to move, I'm just going to put them all in a box. I'm not going to move around and scratch each other. They'll be fine. Brickheads, I'm just going to move on their like display stands. I don't think there's going to be any complication with just moving them on their display stands. Any ones that are loose or whatever, then I'll just remove those, but I'll just bring the display stands over. Like, oh, I'm bringing Brickheads over today, and bring the entire thing of Brickheads. Yeah, so I just don't think there's a need to do anything else. I don't think there's a need to start packing up everything and shrink wrapping everything. I just don't think that's necessary. But today was the day that I can confidently say that it is like 100,000% it is happening. Like the insurance policies are lined up, the banking documents are signed, the lawyer documents are signed, both parties have agreed, like the checks have been written, my entire down deposit has been removed from my bank account, so that is gone. And I want to give you all a big shout out, because clearly Jose and I, we would not be able to do, the whole Bricksie family, we wouldn't be able to say that we're getting a new, bigger space without your support. And we truly appreciate it. It is fantastic. Just the views on the channel, and the excitement and the positivity through comments, and just all the people that have helped me here on this journey. I'm really excited. This is going to be crazy. Like, it's going to be nuts, because this new studio space is 6 times the size down here. And you know what? It's really gotten to me lately. I know I have a lot of room, and I'm very lucky and I'm very fortunate. But it's really gotten to me lately, the lack of space that I have down here. Not in the sense of lack of display space, like that we have a lot of, but there's almost too much display space. Like, it's a little bit claustrophobic down here, because my main place of work, there's not really anywhere to, like, you know, like there's not a whole lot of room anywhere. It's like a narrow corridor everywhere you go, right? Even over at my desk area there, you put 2 people down there or down here, and it just gets a little bit tight. Upstairs in my computer room, where I have my editing, where I do all my editing and stuff, if me and Jose want to sit on the computer, then you got the animals coming in there, laying on the floor, and we're trying to ship parcels up there together. There's just like no room to actually, you know, like sit side by side and move around, and it's really gotten to me lately. So I'm really happy that it's going to be changing, just because it's going to be a breath of fresh air, I think. But I do also think that it's going to be a huge change for me and Jose, and I'm a little bit worried about that, but I'm going to do everything in my power to make it work, so that I'm still around a lot, still here with the family, but I'm going to start taking days off where I'm at home for the entire day, hanging out with the kids. Like, that's going to be my goal. I want to make sure that I'm the father that's there. I'm always going to have breakfast with them, always going to be there in the morning with them, and always going to have a presence in their life no matter what. It's not like I'm going to wake up, have a shower, and then leave, and then come home when they're sleeping at 7. It's not going to, that's not how I want to operate. I want to be there in the mornings. Sure, sometimes I might come home after 7, but for the most part, I'm going to try and be here at around 6, so I can 5 or 6, so I can eat dinner with them and put them down to sleep. But there's going to be some serious changes for Jose as well, and I think we're going to try and work together as best we can to try and make it work for everybody. That'd be me, Jose, and the kids. And I'm excited. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that it's official. It's 1,000%. It's set in stone. It is happening. It is happening on March 1. Now, in regards to the reveal video, I am working behind the scenes to try and make that come out as quickly as I possibly can within the first week or 2 of March. I should be doing it on March 2, but I have some things that I'm working on behind the scenes that might delay the reveal video, and it could be like up to March 7th is when you are actually going to be able to see the new place. But still, that's not very far away at all. It's a couple weeks. Couple weeks. 1 week today is March 1. So I promise you by March 7th, you will see the place no matter what. Just got some loose ends that I've got to wrap up involving the move and the trades and the security and the filming in there, and also some sponsorship deals that are some pretty big ones that are going to help fund all of these things, and they involve the reveal video. So I won't lie, the sponsorship might delay it a little bit just because I need to get approval. It's a pretty big sponsorship though. When you see it, you're going to be like, oh, that makes sense, because it's not like a new thing for the Lego Room. It's a sponsorship that's been around in the Lego Room for 2 years. And we've put together a really cool sponsorship deal with them. And it's like, it involves Lego dust. Yeah, so we got a really cool sponsor coming up. And I'm really happy about that. I know some people are really excited the fact that I get sponsors. If you say, hey, look, you're like a serious YouTuber now, you get sponsors. Some people aren't as happy just because they don't want to learn about sponsors, but I am trying to keep it to sponsors that I truly believe in. I'm not going to accept, like I did some in the past that I sort of regret, but sponsors that I truly believe in. I did BetterHelp. BetterHelp is like online therapy. I believe in BetterHelp because therapy is good. I went to therapy when I was a kid, and it really helped me out. As a teenager as well, like in my 20s, not as a kid. Oh yeah, I'm a kid in my 20s. But like when I was from like 18 to 21, I went to a lot of therapy, and it really helped. So I wanted to do that one. Felt comfortable with that. Also shaving. I did Harry's razors, and it's like, I need to shave. I believe in Harry's razors because they actually make really good blades. Jose uses them on her legs too. There you go. A little bit too much information there for you, hey? So I wanted to do that one. Then I did Surfshark because whenever I was in the States, I love having the Surfshark on my phone. And I like using VPNs for when I'm downloading off the internet. In fact, you have to in this day and age because you don't want to get fined or whatever it may be. So I do use a VPN to mask my IP address once in a while for that. So I kept that one. And then the other one that I have coming out involves the dust in the Lego Room. And I believe in that as well. Because I'm going to have a huge studio, and the dust is going to become a problem. So I'm upping my game in dust prevention. And that's one of the reasons why the reveal might be a little bit delayed, because they want to sponsor the reveal video, and I need to get approval from them. That was a lot of talking about sponsorship deals. It's just like, it's a new thing that I've been doing. It's new to the Bricksie channel, and I think it's something that I wanted to do because it helps with the overall, just the overall funding of it all, because lawyer bills and lighting bills and electrical and mills plates like crazy. It just helps with it all. It's just sort of an all-around thing that sort of has to happen. But I don't want to like overdo it. It's like 1 or 2 a month in regards to sponsors. 1 or 2. I mean, I do 30 videos a month, so to put 2 or 3 sponsors in there isn't the end of the world, I don't think. Yeah. I did a lot in this video. I made a coffee and chatted with you. Just a casual chat, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. And hopefully I'll do some more uploads on this channel in the near future. Farewell.